Hey folks, the wear strips on my slide rails are worn out. I'm going to go ahead and replace those. There's a couple of different ways that I'm aware of. Some people like to just pull the bolt and slide the wear strips out the track window, out the back. I've tried this, it's a lot of work, and I'm not always successful with it. The way I like to do it is to remove the complete suspension, and then I have it out on the floor so that I can more easily replace the wear strip. I'll remove both mounting bolts from one side, which will allow me to tip the sled up on the floor, and then I can pull the remaining two bolts out. I like to just lay the sled right down. It might be all right to throw a piece of cardboard on the floor to protect the side of your sled, and then go ahead and remove these last two bolts. So if you have any trouble with the crossbar rotating, you just pull the bottom part of the skid out past the drop bracket and push down on it, which will then expose the cross shaft right there. And just clamp that, and it comes right out, right on out. At this point, we've got all four bolts out, all four mounting bolts, and we can go ahead and raise the front of the suspension up. And then take it out, set it on the floor. When we put the suspension back in place, we just have to align this little shaft and everything will be good. So there's one retaining bolt that holds the wear strip in place and attaches it solid to the slide rail. We'll go ahead and remove that. Takes a Phillips screwdriver. And then there's a nut that is locked in place in a machine groove, so don't lose that. There's actually a couple of ways to get the slider off. Generally, if it's not stuck too bad, you can start it right here and then just drive it off. We'll just keep working at it. And so you can imagine removing this, trying to pull this out of through the track window while it's still on the sled. And so the second method that I want to demonstrate to you is by using a pipe wrench. It actually comes off with a lot less effort than trying to hammer it. Just like that. We'll go ahead and clean off the grit. We'll take the two new wear strips. Make sure we insert with the hole on the right side. I'll take just a little bit of this lubricant and throw it on just to help it slide a little bit. When you slide the wear strip in place, if you push down slightly so that sharp edge doesn't catch it, it should go right in place, one and then the other. Put in the locator bolt in. Now with that, we're ready to reinstall the suspension. Put the rear axle in first and align the rear axle wheels in the right spot in the track, and then Go ahead and insert the front part. Okay, at this point we need to gather up our cross shaft. A little bit of grease on these axles tends to hold them in place, and since they're a pivot point anyway, it's not a bad idea to grease them. Darren's putting the first one in. Drop the cross shaft into place. Second axle. Go ahead and get this one started. I'll have Aaron pull the back into place while I guide this little shaft. Aaron will insert the lower one. And the pivot shaft's in place. I'll go ahead and put that axle in. And now it's just a matter of holding up on the axle and bringing it into place, top and bottom. Just like that. At this point, we've got the two left side bolts in place and started. So now we can go ahead and rotate the sled back down and onto its left side, and we'll work on the right side two bolts. Now we need a 17mm wrench. So I'm going to reach through the slot in the running board. Okay, go ahead and tighten this. And we have the opposite bolt turning because it's tied to the same cross shaft, so I just reach through with my 17mm wrench, and they're both tight. So after the suspension's back and installed, it's a good time to go ahead and make sure that the limiter strap adjuster fell into place the way it's supposed to. So I'm going to go all the way short, rotate it back around all the way long, and you'll probably hear it click a couple of times, and that's normal. It's just finding its home position, and now we're good to go.